Hello, this is Bobby from Homespun Home. I know that this video right here is not very clear, and I apologize for that. I have a lot of white in the background. I am in my den, and this is the room that I have a lot of white pieces of furniture. I do have some brown pieces of furniture. I'm wondering if maybe I might get up. Let's see if I can cover. Oh, goody, I found my glasses. I don't know if that helps. I think it did. I think it helped. I just covered up that little chase over there so you guys could see. I went to a yard sale. I know, last Sunday. That's the puppy. The puppy wants to come see. All right, I'll get y'all. Hold on. Oh. Can you say hello? Can you say hello? Can you say hello? Can you say hello? Puppy wants to be in the middle of the action. No. Get down. Oh my God, get down. You're going to get wet. Go. No, Ace, no. He hears me talking, so, shh, go. Sit. Anyway, he hears me talking, so he's like, well, Mama, who are you talking to? Get down, Ace, no. He's going to get paint on his black coat. He's all black. He's got some white. He's only 9 weeks old, so. But he hears me talking, and he wants to get in the middle of the action. But anyway, I wanted to share with y'all, I got this little table Sunday, and it's just a cheap wooden table that, no, Ace, no, Ace. Mommy's going to have to put you back in the kitchen. No, Ace. He wants to chew on everything. But what I'm doing, Ace, give me back my shoe. Give me my shoe. No, thank you. No, baby, here. I'm using this paint that I picked up at Habitat for Humanity for $1. And they had it labeled on the top of the jar as icicle. So it has a little bit of a bluish white to it, a bluish white maybe. But what I'm doing, I have it upside down right now because I'm just barely covering the bottom. I've already done the top, and I'm going to show it to you in a second. I have a couple questions I wanted to ask you guys. I'm still doing the reborn thing, so don't worry. I still have my babies, but this live baby right here that you see in and out is keeping me very occupied because I'm having to potty train him, taking him out to go potty like every hour on the hour, trying to train him because he's going to be a big dog. He's Mastiff mix, and he's going to be huge, and I don't want those big poo-poos all over my yard. And so he's training. But I hope I can keep him off this paint. But anyway, so I paid $1 for this. And I've got it upside down. And I wanted to show you, I took these things off. I don't know if you can see them. They're like little things that you put at the bottom of the legs to keep your floor from getting scratched. Look how these, you can't see, maybe. But they are absolutely disgusting. Full of dog hair and dirt and God only knows what. I'm going to toss it over the fence I have up to keep the puppy in the kitchen, but I'll get it and throw it in the trash in a minute because I have some tabs that I picked up at Habitat yesterday. I went yesterday. Like I said, I got this in Jacksonville at a yard sale. She gave it to me, actually, so I didn't even have to pay for it. I actually was going to give it to somebody, but I hate to say this, but I decided to keep it for myself because I've been thinking, even though I have a lot of stuff in here, I need a little table that in the morning when I get up and I sit in my husband's camouflage lounge chair, I want to be able to have a cup of coffee and a little magazine or whatever it is that I'm doing nearby without having to move like a huge major piece of end table. Or I have some other little end tables in here, but they have decoratives on them, and it's just a pain to move them. So this is perfect because I can put my cup of coffee on here. I can put my controls to my TV. It has a little drawer in there, and because I sit in my husband's lounge chair all the time, the controls, sometimes if I fall asleep, or even if I don't fall asleep and I'm sitting there, they disappear into the inner part of the lounge chair. And then I have to turn the lounge chair upside down, luckily it's kind of light, and dig around and try to find the controls. And most of the time they end up on the floor under the chair, but sometimes they stay inside the component of the lounge chair. And so I'm down in there digging around, and I hate that. So this little thing comes with a drawer, and I am going to keep my controls in there all the time. That way, when I want them, I can find them. This month I have spent more money than I should have, so I'm crossing my fingers and hoping that my daughter-in-law has a house that she wants me to clean so I can get some money. Or my daughter will need me and pay me for babysitting, because I got to pay my internet bill. Otherwise, I'm going to get cut off. And my internet bill's not that expensive, and there's no excuse, but I'm just being blatantly honest with you guys. I really spent too much money. But I got this puppy, and the puppy's health came first. So I ended up spending what money I did have for my internet bill on the dog. I know. Irresponsible. Well, the dog was free, and the dog was supposed to be for my husband, which now the dog belongs to both of us because I'm keeping the puppy here with me. He can't handle a puppy at work. So I'm the one that's doing all the training and sit, shake, roll over, speak, and all that, and potty training him. So the puppy stays with me. But he's going to get so big that I'm almost sure, because his paws are huge, I'm going to splatter and paint everywhere. But, and I don't even have any newspaper or nothing down, but it's okay. It'll come up. I'll just wipe it with a washcloth and some soap, and it'll come up. The puppy's going to be my little protective buddy, because Roxanne, like you guys have heard me say already, that she's like 15 years old. She's a Pekingese Chihuahua mix. Special. She's my baby. But she's getting older, and I need a dog for protection. I'm 63, and my husband's older than that. But God forbid anything happen, but I want something that I can take care of and focus on in case anything ever did happen. I would have a dog that would protect me. Even if he didn't protect me, he just looks like he would. That's good. And he would be my little companion friend, or my big companion friend. But anywho, I'm just kind of touching up the bottom. I'm not really worried about underneath, because you're not going to really see that anyway. But I keep promising, guys, that I'm going to post, and I'm a little breathless because I'm leaning over. But I keep making these promises. I'm going to show you my projects that I work on all the time, and this is a small one, but I just, I always forget to get the video going. But this, I ordered a brand new video webcam, whatever you want to call it, yesterday. So hopefully it'll be in this week, and I can do some crisp, clear videos that you guys can actually see, what I'm doing. And it's going to have a cord long enough that if I want to set it up a little bit further away from me in the project, where you can see what I'm doing, because right now the video is built into my computer and I can't move it around like I want to show you guys, all the details. But what I'm going to do is, when this is done underneath here, I'm going to put in, and I'm using just a chip brush, just a plain old chip brush. Nothing fancy. And what I do is I wrap it up in, no. Get. I wrap it up in a baggie, you know, clear plastic baggie, and put it in the fridge. And that way when I need to use it again, I may do so, and I won't. It doesn't dry out on me and I have to throw away the chip brush. I'm cheap. Chip brushes aren't expensive by any means, but I don't want to go out and have to buy a bunch of new ones just because I'm throwing away something I've used. If I can preserve it and use it again, that's what I'm going to do, because I'm not made of money. Can't quite get in there underneath here. It's difficult. But when this dries real well, I'm going to put the little leg protectors on the bottom. And I picked up a pack of those from Habitat, along with some other goodies. I just want to get most of the wood stuff covered. I'm going to end up getting paint on this shirt. This shirt was given to me from my good friend Bonnie. She just moved back from Florida, and she had a bunch of clothes that she gave me because she has lost so much weight. She's a toothpick. But anyhow, it's a cute top. It's got a bunch of flowers on it, as you can see. And I'm wearing shorts. I really shouldn't be showing my body off like this. But anyway, it's all good. It's about 100 degrees outside today. Went to the pool yesterday for the first time. And come to find out, the dang pool has been open a month, which I didn't think it would be because of COVID. They had the center part closed where you exercise. And my husband's an avid racquetball player. And he's a good racquetball player, by the way. But he hasn't been able to play for quite some time because of the virus. But evidently they had the center closed as far as the exercise part of it. But the pool opened up beginning of June, and I had no idea. Otherwise, I would have gone a lot sooner, because it is relaxing. It's good exercise, plus the grandkids gives them something to look forward to. We have like a little family membership, and they're on the membership list. So next time I go, though, I'm going to bring my friend Bonnie, and we're going to sit out and enjoy some sun and chit-chat and catch up on old times and just enjoy each other's company. You know? It's just fun. I don't have anybody that I really hang out with, so I'm kind of excited that she's here, because we go way back. She was with me before I got pregnant. She was someone I knew before I got pregnant with my first son. So I've been knowing her since 1974, I think. We go way back. Now I got some paint in my hair. Oh well, it's all good. Okay, so I think I may have missed a few spots. But let me just tell you, this piece right here is not going to be like all white. What I'm going to do is I'm going to shabby it up, which means when it's dry, I'm going to rough it up here and there and give it that chippy look that I absolutely love. Something that looks old and chippy, that's my middle name. I love that. Okay, give me a second, because I'm going to run into the kitchen real quick and get those tabs. You know what? I just realized, excuse me, these are the tabs, and they're stick-ons. But I just realized I have in the car, and these are kind of wide, so I was thinking I would just put them on the top of the chair. I guess I could. It doesn't really matter, but I might just go ahead and use them anyway because they were so cheap. They were like $1 for the whole pack. And like I said, I got these from Habitat. So because I'm lazy, but my daughter, I made my daughter a really cute tray. It's kind of got like a, it's got like a wood grain look to it, but it's gray, weathered, whitewash looking thing that I painted and fixed up for her because she bought some new furniture and she got this tray to go on the ottoman. And I'm telling you, the tray she got was like made of paper. I swear it was just compressed paper. Well, my grandson broke it. It didn't last very long. So I went ahead and I had this square box with, well, it didn't even have handles on it. I was going to put handles on it, and I asked my daughter if she wanted to put handles on it, and she said no. She didn't want handles. She just liked simple stuff. So I said, okay. So I fixed it to where it looked close to what she already had. But on the bottom of the tray, I had this really cool wallpaper that I have in my kitchen right now that's got that weathered wood look, and I cut out a piece to fit the bottom of the tray. And I mean, it looked really nice, and I gave her that to replace the one that my grandson broke. But I also kind of temporarily fixed the one that he broke and showed her that, you know, what I did is it had a crack, a big crack, and I just pounded the crack back in place in such a way that you can't tell that it's cracked. And I might even be able to get another piece of paper, wallpaper, and put it down on the bottom to really camouflage it. But I didn't think about doing that. But you can't even tell it's cracked now unless you turn it upside down and look at the back, which that's an easy fix too, because I could just paint the back black, which it's already black, but I can paint over it, and you would never even be able to tell that it was cracked. And she keeps that on her kitchen table. But my daughter-in-law saw what I made for my daughter, and she's like, oh, I want one. I love that, you know, and I could, you know, when I have my girls over and we drink, you know, wine or whatever they do, you know, she could put her, use that as a serving tray. And I told her I was going to make her one, but I haven't found I have not found Ace. I have not found, what you call it, a piece of tray, or piece of wood, I should say, that I want to use as a tray. I was looking at cabinet doors and thought I could do something with that. But when I went to Habitat, I kind of got tired because I'd already done a bunch of running around. So I ended up looking, but I just said, nah, I'm going to go. I'm tired. I'm done shopping. So, but I'm going to go back and I'm going to try to find her a door, an old door, an old kitchen door, and I'm going to refurbish and redo it for her. And I might put some handles on hers because Ashley's has the 4 sides because that's the tray she had. But I think that Heather would probably like one that, as long as she can put her wine glasses and cheese and crackers or whatever she's doing on it, I think she would like that. So that's something I think I'm going to do. But I have something really cute that I think I might do with this. I'm not sure. I'll throw the idea out to you. You ought to see what this puppy is doing right now. I wonder if he can get in the fridge. Ace, I have a white basket with a big ball of yarn in it, and he's got the tail of the yarn out of the basket, and he's pulling the basket. Let's see if I can. Ace, there's the basket. Ace, what are you doing? Come here. Let's see if you can get him. Okay, there he goes. Where are you going with my basket? Where are you going with my basket? What are you doing? Hey, bring my basket back here. Ace. Puppy. Puppy, puppy. Puppy, puppy. Oh, he's coming around the other side. Lord. Boy, what are you doing? What are you doing? Golly, I just got to keep a watch on him 24/7. Let me get the yarn back in the basket. Puppy, puppy. Where are you going? Give me back my yarn. Give me back my yarn. There he goes again. Oh my God, he's too cute. But he's the one that destroyed this thing right here. Destroyed, literally destroyed my camcorder that I got for $3 at the thrift store. Not even 2 weeks ago. Chewed a hole in the thing and it doesn't work. And it worked. I mean, it was nice too. Never been opened, brand new in the box. So then I had to turn around and order another one yesterday, and it was not $3, I can assure y'all. But he wants to chew on everything, so I have to watch. It's crazy. Come here. By the way, this huge thing of yarn I got at Habitat too. It's one of those food blotches to make one of them big blankets with, I guess. Can I have my yarn back, please? Ace. Oh my God, he's chewed up the dog's bed. No wonder I'm getting all this stuff all over the floor. Look, guys. He's done chewed up the dog bed. Oh. Okay. Mommy needs this. Hey, give it. Puppy. Puppy. I'll let him have that piece of yarn. He likes to chew on, like, everything. Boxes, shoes. He already tore up one of my flip-flops. I knew all that was going to happen when I got him. You know, puppies do stuff like that. So, Ace. Enough. Here, I saved you a piece. I don't know what I'm going to do when he gets big enough to start jumping around on furniture, which I don't mind him on my furniture, but I definitely mind that he's... Here. Take it. Here, come here. Come here. We're wasting video time. Come here. Come here. Alright, so let me put this back in picture. I got some E6000 that I got yesterday as well at the store, brand new, and I'm going to glue these. Ace! Oh. I just get to the point where I let him do what he wants to do because I'm too tired to keep chasing after the boy. You have something. Come here. What are you doing? Come here. You gonna speak? You gonna speak? Hey, sit, sit, sit. Come here. Sit, 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 sit. Good boy. Did you see that? He's 9 weeks old. Go play. Alright, so anyway, I'm sticking these I haven't peeled the backs off of these things. I don't know what you call them. They're like Velcro sticky things. And I'm going to just use some E6000, but I'm waiting for this paint to dry. It dries so fast. Now you can really see the whole thing. But I'm going to turn it right side up, and I'm going to show you, see if I can get the drawer without knocking the whole video camera off. I didn't want y'all to see me because I'm not really dressed to be recorded. Okay, so I got the, let me move all this stuff out the way so y'all can see. I got a chair here, so set all this stuff. I can't put any of it down on the floor because of the dog. Alright, let me move my cell phone. Okay, so here's the drawer. And when I went to Habitat, it's going to need a knob, of course, but when I went to Habitat, I got lucky. Or, I don't know if I should say lucky being a Christian. I got blessed. Let's just put it that way. I found tons of scrapbook goodies, like brand spanking new Martha Stewart scrapbook stuff. And I ended up picking up a bunch of decorative papers and, you know, ornamental stick-ons and, you know, just tons of goodies for scrapbooking purposes. So I am going to stick a real pretty piece of scrapbook paper on the inside of this drawer. And I may have to show this video in several components from start to finish. So I'm going to let you go. And when this dries, I will come back and try to video more of this. In the meantime, when I shut this off, I'm going to be vacuuming and cleaning and doing some chores around the house. I don't need to go to the pool today because I got sunburned pretty good yesterday. Last year I got sunburned so bad that for the first time in my whole life I peeled. I've never peeled because I guess my French and Cherokee, and mainly my Cherokee, I tan really well. But I got way too much sun last year and I peeled like crazy. It was horrible. But this year I'm not going to let that happen. So when we went to the pool yesterday for a couple hours, that was just plenty enough sun for me. And so I have to kind of space it out. So I might go to the pool sometime this week coming up. But while I'm cleaning and doing that, I'm going to let this dry well. And I'll come back with the E6000 and glue the little deflotchies on there. And I will go through some of the paper to see what is going to work on this. And maybe find a knob and see what else I can put on here to embellish and make it look pretty. Okay, so I'm going to let y'all go. Bye.
Hi, this is Homespun Home, or Bobby, whatever you feel inclined to call me. I made a video earlier in the week about a little table that was given to me, and I promised that I would come back and show you basically the finished product. I am not video worthy today. I have barely combed my hair and I'm still in my pajamas, and it's almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon. The day has just gone by so fast. But anywho, I wanted to show you this table that was given to me for free and what I did with it. So I've got the puppy here, so let me see if I can get him to say hello. Ace, Ace, can you say hi? Can you say hi? Say hi. Say hi. Say hello. What's going on? Can you say hi? Don't lick this. Okay, he wants to chew and act crazy. Ace, stop. Stop it. Stop it. All right, so I'm going to try to show you this without bringing my ugly self into the picture. So, let me bring this up this away. Ace, stop. No. No. So you can hear him talking to me. So here is what I did. So you can see on the top, well, first of all, let me share with you what the basics of what I did with this. This was just a cheap particle board. Well, I don't know if you would necessarily call it particle board. This might be a little bit more substantial, but and my question I was going to ask you guys if I should keep these side rails on or should I take them off. That was going to be the question, because in the video that I did prior to this one, I asked the question, should I take the little side things off? But basically what I did is I painted the whole thing white. Before I did anything, of course, I cleaned it and painted it white. And then I took some scrapbook paper. I'm going to move another item here off this little shelf if I can, without the dog getting in the middle of the whole situation. He is a piece of work. But here you can see that I also put the same scrapbook paper with decoupage on the bottom. I don't know if you can see the pattern or not very well. Ace, go play. Go play, Ace. Go play. And I just realized this is a little bit darker, but this is the pattern here on the top. But I basically just, cleaned it up, and then I painted it white, and then I put the decoupage on. And then I took the drawer and I used some scrapbook paper and decoupaged it on as well. And I also did the inside of the drawer with paper, scrapbook paper. If you do something similar to this with, say, another table that's kind of similar, or even just a small side table, I needed a small side table for coffee, and also something, excuse me, for my computer, but something that I could move around easily. The only thing is, when Ace gets going, playing really hard, he sometimes bumps into the table, so I have to be careful. But where the knob was, I just super glued an old knob from a previous dresser that I had taken the drawer pulls off of. Now, I did use E6000, but I also want to come back. I'm not quite done. I don't know if you can see the glue there, but I want to camouflage that glue with a piece of, oh, Ace, my God, what? He just knocked something over. I don't even know what it was. Oh, boy. Okay. I see what he did. Ace, no. Go, Ace. Go play. Go play. Go play. Okay, but anyway, I'm going to camouflage that little bit of glue. And the drawer fits right underneath here. If I can get it back in. It goes in easily. I'm just trying to, hold on. Just give me a sec. Sorry for the backward view here. Whew, that was a piece of work. Okay, so anyway, there you go. So everything, in other words, that I used on this table was scrap paper decoupage. Now, on this middle piece, I left plain. You could put some more scrapbook paper on this if you wanted to, but I didn't. Then I came back with some brown acrylic paint that was kind of watered down, and I went over everything with the brownish paint. I guess you could say kind of like a brown paint. You can see here where I put the brown paint, and I kind of lightly coated over top of the scrapbook paper to make it even more beat up and, more distressed. And I did sand and buff and scrape and, gave it a lot of rough edging on it, as you can see. Okay? So that's basically all I did to this little table. Oh, and I forgot, down on the bottom, I glued these, what do you call those? Those round dooflotchy things to keep, to make it to where it'll slide a little easier, but also protect the floor, which my floor doesn't need to be protected at this point because the dog and everything else, my floors are kind of well used. But anyway, I really like, how this turned out. But like I said, my question was whether I should leave these things on. I did, go over those with my electric sander. And this one's a little loose. I need to figure out why it's a little loose, but it's not that loose. But anyway, I didn't know should I keep these on or should I try to take them off? What do y'all think about that? And then, of course, when I decided I want to decorate, I took this little house, birdhouse, and I had this old bowl here that it's solid wood, and then on the base it was like a silver colored base that was screwed on, as you can see, and I just roughed it up. I just roughed it up. I painted it and then I roughed it up. And I stuck that up here. I'm not sure what the bowl was initially used for. Maybe it was a salad bowl, but it's really weird the way it's shaped. It's not perfect. It almost looks like it was hand carved because it kind of slopes down some on one side. But it's really cool. I like it. I've had it for a really long time. I probably picked it up at a thrift store. And then I had these dried hydrangeas, and I put that in there. Next to the birdhouse. Let me make it look. There we go. Like that. And then I went to the thrift store the other day, and I found this really cool plate that has like leaves etched on it with grapes. And it was made in, I don't know if you can see it or not, but it was made in Italy. And I put that down here on the bottom. And I found this really cute teacup with the cute teapot with a frog. And I put that right there as decoration. So this is the finished look. Now, if I choose to use this to hold my coffee, it's not that big of a deal. I can take, the flowers off, and I can take the church thingy off, and I can put my coffee cup and my magazine on the top right here. And this thing moves around real nice. So like if I want it next to the chair and I want to drink my tea or my coffee, I can do so without any problem. Isn't that cute? And if you didn't want to use this as a like in your living room, you could actually use this as a little tiny stationery center. You could put some paper here, some pens inside the drawer, maybe a tiny little lamp, and maybe some stamps or whatever. I mean, you can do anything with this little table. You can use it and you don't have to use the colors that I used. If you find something similar, you can make this something that you could use in a child's room to put their school books on, and maybe some little school supplies or something. I don't know, crayons maybe. Maybe set up a little area here where you could put paper, drawing paper, and you could get some little tiny containers and put some pens and paper and pencils and little erasers, or you could take this and use it in your bathroom. You could take and put soap in a bowl and some towels and maybe some little Q-tips and maybe a little basket with some shampoos and things like that. I mean, there's just a lot of things that you can do with this little table. I really like it a lot. And like I said, it was given to me for free. So, but in the meantime, while I'm not using it, I can use it this away. And I can push it off to the side a little bit. Get it out of the way. And there you go. I have a weakness for little tables. As you can see, I've got one here too that I did, and I'll go into that one another time. But this was my latest project, and I just thought you guys would like to see it. It's really cute. Really, really cute. So keep your eyes open and you know, something like this table shouldn't cost much if you did see it in a thrift store. I know some prices are higher than others, unfairly so. I don't quite understand why the prices are so high. But I wouldn't pay any more than $5 for a table like this because it is such a small table, and you know, but it was really pretty plain and ugly, and I just knew that I could fix her up and make her really cute. So anyway, I'm going to let you go. This is a short and sweet video, adding to the first part of this video, A, and this is part B. So just kind of throwing out some of the things that I like to do. And it didn't cost me anything other than my time because I had all the supplies here at the house, minus I did buy the plate and the little teapot thing, but I got those at the thrift store and they were very cheap. I already had all the other things, including the birdhouse and the flowers in the bowl. So I just used what I had around the house to decorate, and you could really do a lot with this table. You could make it very seasonal too if you wanted. You could put a Christmas tree, a little Christmas tree. You could put pine cones and lights. I mean, all kinds of cute little things that you could use to embellish and to set a little scene, you know, on the table itself, or just leave it plain for those times when you just want to set your magazine on it or whatever. All right, guys, you have a good day, and I appreciate you watching this video, and I hope that maybe I gave you a cute little idea that you could try to replicate in your own home, and just do whatever it is that appeals to you. You don't have to use my colors. Some people don't like the shabby, beat-up look, but that's the look I like. So even though the trend right now is shabby, but I think I'm going to stick with this trend for a long time. I call it poor man decorating, and it is a lot of fun and very economical. I love you guys, and thanks a lot for watching. Have a good day. Bye now.